Welcome everyone to another Wednesday night, the fundamentals to gain inner peace, with your host, Coach Menachem Bernfeld. And we're doing tonight number 92 with a lot of Siyata Deshmaya, Baruch Hashem. And I do want to welcome newcomers if you're new. If it's the first time you're here, welcome. You're all invited to join us on this journey. And even though we're doing number 92, it's never too late. Never too late to start taking a deep breath and seeing what's going on. And the recordings are available on menachembernfeld.com. You can get the Wednesday night recordings over there, and you can start the journey. And even by being here tonight, you're in a good place. It's a good place to start. And obviously, there's a lot of information. It does take time. That's why it's called the journey. It takes time to learn, to see it, to feel it, implement. And here we are. So yes, for the newcomers, first of all, welcome again. I know there are many that are new. We have this Wednesday night already now for a while. We're doing tonight's number 92, and recordings are available, so join us. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get grounded. Take a deep breath all the way in. Beautiful. Now just become aware of where you are. Become aware of where you're coming from. If you're in a rush or you're waiting for a while, if you have so many things on your list to do that you're anxious, nervous, just being aware of what's going on. Then turning inwards, becoming aware of how you feel, how your body actually feels. We become aware of our thoughts are connected to the way our body feels. So if we think we have a lot to do, you probably feel stressed. You probably feel it somewhere in your body, maybe in your jaws, maybe in your chest, your stomach, wherever it is, just become aware, take a deep breath. Beautiful. So last week, we discussed 3 different techniques, breathing techniques to help us relax. And like I mentioned, it's not heavy breathing. It's simple breathing that everybody could do. And you can go see the recording. And I think we'll do one tonight because that's the reason, one of the reasons why we're here, to take some time off of our busy lives to become aware of what's going on. And one of the ways to do that is to relax. So the 3 techniques we discussed, number 1 was to take a deep breath in, and then on the way out, you're blowing like a whistle. Number 2 was alternate nostril breathing, which was a little bit harder for those who tried. It takes time, that takes a little bit more practice. And the 3rd one was equal breathing. The same amount of seconds in, the same amount of seconds out. And like we mentioned, you should take a deep breath a little bit more than what you're comfortable. If you usually do 2 seconds, do 3 seconds, a little bit deeper, and then 3 seconds out. 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. But for now, for just to start the night, let's do the first one. We'll take a deep breath in, and on the way out, you'll blow like a whistle, small opening in your mouth, and let it out slowly. So here we go. We'll do 3 or 4 times together. Take a deep breath and out. Do what works for you. You can continue, or you can take a deep breath earlier. Another deep breath in. Just become aware of the feelings. Deep breath in. Again. One more time. Deep breath in. Beautiful. Just become aware of how you feel. You might feel tingling in your feet, your hands, maybe a little bit lightheaded, which is okay. And now that we're relaxed, and here we are, here in the now. So tonight, we're discussing a little bit to explore selfless, how to be selfless, the selfless side, by doing the work that we do, self-improvement. That means by doing work, by becoming aware of who we are, we can get to that goal of becoming selfless. There's a lot of confusion, past few weeks especially, but there is overall confusion. I'm not here for myself, I'm here for others, helping others, taking care of others. Why should I think about myself? And that's the goal. I want to be like Hashem, just like Hashem takes care of the world, and I want to take care of the world just like him, which is amazing and beautiful. Sounds great. But many times it's not healthy. It's done from an unhealthy place, and the only way you can come to that selflessness and do for others is by first being there for yourself. So yes, the goal is to help, to be there, and not be busy with yourself all day, 100%. So that's what many people walk around thinking: should I think about myself? I shouldn't. Why am I thinking about myself too much? Old school, new school. Today's days, people are so busy thinking about themselves. Isn't it called selfless, selfish? Being selfish, thinking about myself. And some people even think self-care, taking care of myself is selfish. I shouldn't be taking care of myself. And we discussed it in the past, but there's a little bit of confusion. How do we understand it? So there's a lot to talk about it, and 20 minutes probably won't be enough. But the idea to pick it up, I'm sure there are many classes, many courses, and it's a lot of work just to understand the difference between working on yourself, building yourself, becoming selfless, and then actually being selfless. For those who start off thinking, I don't want to think about myself, I'm just busy with others, and I think that's the right way. And then we have to figure out if it's coming from a healthy place. So to become selfless, first need to be someone, to be selfless. If there's no self, you can't be selfless. So that's very basic. In order to grow, like we discussed many times, we all want to grow, become better people, to become healthy. It all starts, with the healthy sense of self, the way you look at yourself, you relate to yourself. So the question is, what is a healthy sense of self? So if I ask you, we could spend a minute or two. You can put it in the chat. Give me like a word or two. What comes up? Something that comes up for you when you think about a healthy person, a healthy, emotionally healthy person. What ideas come up? You can put them in the chat and let me know what you think. A happy person, confident, very good. Boundaries, having healthy boundaries, feeling secure about yourself. You know your values. That's it. I mean, yeah, send in some more. They're all amazing. They're all good. You don't need to please others. You're not always looking around to see what are other people thinking about myself. You're satisfied. When you go to sleep, how do you feel? What's that feeling after a long day? Accomplished, positive, fulfilled, at peace. Amazing. Okay, so you get that picture. You get the picture. So basically, someone who has a healthy sense of self is, like we said, grounded. You understand that you have self-worth just by being, not because of everything I do. Positive, very good, finds good in all situations, beautiful. Is able to regulate yourself, aware, self-awareness. All of these pieces are needed for someone to be in a healthy place, to understand who am I, what could I do, I can't do everything, and that's fine. We don't let others use us. We do have healthy boundaries, which is amazing. So all of these ideas, just being healthy in a healthy place with yourself. Does that mean I'm always happy? No. Can I have ups and downs? Sure. It's okay. But you don't get scared of it. You understand that it's normal. And you know how to work out that self-talk. You can become aware of the negative self-talk. And you can become aware that, wait a second, who said that's true? So all of that, basically, you feel good with yourself, you feel accomplished, healthy sense of self. Now the question is, why do I have to be so busy thinking about it? So in 2 words, I would say we're born with it. You know, a young child, a baby, they don't have to build themselves. They're just happy. But we know that there's a journey and we have different ways of picking up information when we're younger. And not to blame anybody or anything. It's just, sometimes it just happens, even if everything is positive. You know, friends, family, neighbors, all they say is one thing. The way you look at yourself, it makes a change. And the example that I mentioned once, a very simple example, to believe that everybody could sing. Yeah, even you could sing. You might say, but I'm not the best singer. I don't think I could sing. I can't, hold a tune. Tone deaf, but you can still sing. What might have happened is when you're very young, or when you're 10 years old, you tried singing and somebody just laughed. And that's it. It stops you right there on the track, and you're not continuing. In your mind, you're like, you know what? That doesn't work. That's not for me. And goodbye. You never come back to that idea. So you don't go there. But the truth is, you all picked it up from something, from somebody. So if that's the case, we have to stop and look back and see, who am I? Why do I think the way I think? Why do I feel the way I feel about myself? Is it true? You start questioning the ideas that you think is a fact. Many people will tell me it's just a fact. Don't go there. Don't question it. This is how it is. So they're scared to go there. But it's not a fact. We can talk about it. We can have a discussion to say, where did you pick that up from? So just like that example, we all have a lot. And again, our value is not based on what we can do. What we can do is not based on our neighbors. We're good at, whatever. You can be good at one thing, something you might not be good at. Are you a good runner? Yes. Other people run faster than you? Possible. Are you a very fast runner? Depends who you compare it to. So again, just looking in your own life, the way you look at yourself. So we pick it up from younger years. And then when we get older, let's say we need to show the world that I'm a good person, because deep down I feel I'm not. So I'm going to show the world I'm a good person. So what do? I become a people pleaser. And whoever needs favors knows where to go. And you can't say no, your boundaries are not clear. And you're amazing. People love you. You're doing great. And then you think you love yourself because life is amazing. But deep down, when people are sleeping, they don't need you, or somebody gives you a negative feedback, somebody says something they don't like about what you did. It's like putting in a pin in that balloon, and all the air comes out. You're lost. Like, what happened? I can't continue now. There's one person that hates me. There's one person that just gave me something negative about me, or maybe made me aware of something that I'm really thinking about myself. So yes, maybe if we all have, if you had a perfect upbringing and Baruch Hashem, you feel good about yourself, maybe you don't have to build yourself as much. But many, because of what we picked up, we have that negative self-talk. We feel guilty, and there's a lot of negativity. And then we think, by being there for others, we'll be able to hide, run away from ourselves. But it's not going to work. You can't be there for somebody else if you can't be there for yourself. And again, we discussed it many times. To love others, right? You might say it's much easier to love other people. Myself, I know, so it's hard to love myself. But other people, it's easier. And you're right. As long as you don't know them, it's probably easier. And you can look around, people when you met the first time, from the outside, it looked amazing. It might be in some relationship that you have. And after a while, you start seeing their flaws, seeing things that you don't like, and you're like, what's going on? Do I like them? Maybe not. So now you're having a hard time accepting them the way they are. Because if you can't accept yourself the way you are, with all the flaws that we have, because sorry, I have to admit, I'm human, I have flaws. I do. And I have to just be okay. Yes, I'm growing, I'm on the journey. But where I am now, I feel good about myself, where I am now. And that's a part of growth also. To be able to grow, to continue. At the end of the day, you have to go to sleep feeling satisfied. Because if every night you go to sleep feeling it's not working out, I hate myself, I didn't finish what I need to do, I don't feel accomplished. How long will that last? It might last a week, a month, a year, or two. But that's it. After a while, you're exhausted. And many times it becomes our belief. After a while, this is the way we look at ourselves. This is who I am. It's not working out. It's never going to work out. I can't. And that's it. So they become negative, maybe kvetching a lot. And whenever you talk to them, it doesn't sound so good. There's always like negative stuff. That's not a way to live, not a way to grow. And like we mentioned, the Bali Musa say, before you look at your flaws, you first have to know the things that you have, your value. We all have positive things, and to look at our flaws first is not a way to do it. You first have to feel good about yourself and then see what can I fix. But first, make a list of 10 things that you're grateful in your life, 10 things that you love about yourself, even though you're not perfect. And that's how slowly we become healthy with ourselves. So it's, for the few minutes that we have, it's pretty clear why, in order to be there for others, we first have to be there for ourselves. In order to be there for our spouse, at work, for our kids, our neighbors, to help, you first have to be there for yourself. So it's a good time to reflect and think, where am I? Where am I on this journey? Can I make a list of my strengths? Or maybe I don't even know what it is. Maybe I never thought about it. I don't know what my strengths are. So let me ask you a different question. Can you give me 10 weaknesses that you have? Flaws? Can you write that down? Now, if you're writing that faster than the positive things, then that's a little problem. And don't worry, you're not the only one. Many people are like that. With the flaws, we walk around. It's very clear. This is not working out. I don't like this. I don't like that about myself. But the positives are missing. So in order to grow, you first have to have that acceptance, that self-acceptance. There is a hierarchy, which I'll just go over just briefly. Maslow's hierarchy, which he explains how to get to self-actualization. That means to really grow, to build yourself. I call it sometimes just getting out of your comfort zone, because that's where growth is. In order for you to get out of your comfort zone, take risks, try new things, and be okay with it, being okay with failing. So there's 5 levels to get there. Can't jump there right away. So first, you start with physical. Every person needs his physical needs. Without having your physical needs met, you're not going to be able to grow. You're busy just finding a little bit of food and water, taking care of your physical needs, of whatever you need, just to breathe and give yourself what you need just physically. So that's step number 1. Once you have that, the next level is a sense of safety, to feel secure, not always running away, being in a place where it's not safe. You have a healthy family, a healthy place to be. So that's just basically feeling safe with where you are. After that, once you have your physical needs met, you feel safe. We have the love and belonging, just being part of. That could be a family, that could be friends, a social life, being part of others. Now, belonging over here, we're discussing the basic, just being part of something. Belonging has a deeper meaning. Maybe we'll discuss it at a different time. A sense of belonging, deep down, your own sense of belonging, nothing to do with other people. But it does come from first being part of, because if somebody grows up by himself, isolated, not connected with others, then you're probably not going to get to a place where you feel that you belong, even by yourself. So the basic for now is just social life. You have friends, you have family, you spend time with them. I know many people have friends and family, but they don't spend time with them. But feeling part of. And then we can go to the next level, that's called esteem. That's a deeper feeling. That's self-esteem. The way you feel about yourself, of who you are, confidence about yourself. You can, this is a little bit tricky, saying that other people respect you, but we'll say both ways. Other people respect you and you respect others. And that also goes both ways. A two-way street. For you to respect others, to understand, you respect yourself. And when other people, they can't step on you, use you, you have respect, and probably boundaries come in there saying, this is something I could do, something I can't do. I respect myself. If you can respect yourself, you can respect others. And after all of that, which again, many of us have to find where we have to fill it in, work on. But after we have those 5, the physical needs, safety, love and belonging, and esteem, after that we go to self-actualization. And that means being able to go out there, being able to take risks, be creative, even though you're not sure if it's going to work, might fail, but that's fine. You accept yourself no matter what. So that's the higher level from Maslow's hierarchy. And if somebody's missing one of the bottom ones, if your physical needs are not met, safety needs, love and belonging, your esteem, to go right away to that self-actualization and be there for others, building, doing chesed 24/7, which sounds amazing. And yes, that's somewhere where we want to get to one day. But if you don't have the basic needs that you need, then probably that being there for others might be just a little bit of an escape. I can't be with myself because there are things that I don't want to face. I might not feel safe. I might not feel secure. I don't have that love and belonging, that feeling of being part of. So let me be busy with others. So this is basically the idea of tonight. Is it selfish to be on this journey of self-actualization, of self-awareness? It's a good question. Let's think about it again. Some people feel it's selfish and they don't want to think about it. But what we're discussing here is that many of us need to be built up, to be in a healthier place, so that we can be there for others. Two more examples, basic examples where it can play out. Number one, at work, asking for a promotion. There are people who never ask for a promotion. Now, where does that come from? You would tell me that they're very happy. They accept where they are. That's something to think about. It might be just that fear, or I don't believe I should be promoted. I don't believe I'm capable. Okay, so it's something to think about. If somebody has a healthy sense of self, they know what they can do. They know that they've been there for a while. Now they can go to the next level. Will they be perfect? No, but that's okay. Part of growth. But if your sense of self is not so healthy, so you think to yourself, you know, I don't want to think about it. I'm fine. It's fine. No, I'm good. I make it work. And then after a while, you might get burnt out. You might feel, and you don't feel accomplished, which is part of it. I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel accomplished. Another example is, let's say you move to a new community. So you're new, scary. So you can join social groups, maybe in shul, maybe there's a group, women, get together. So what's your approach? Some people would say, no, it's fine, I'm good, stay home and don't go out. Where does that come from? A healthy person would say, listen, I know who I am. I have what to sell. I can be part of, so you reach out, you make a phone call. When is the meeting? You join, you see what you can do, be part of. But it's all that feeling of how you feel about yourself. So that's where it makes a difference. So that's the idea, conclusion for tonight. So what's the question was, should I think about myself or not? You have to know where you are. If you don't want to think about yourself at all, you might need to speak to somebody, because it might come from an unhealthy place. If you claim I want to be there for others, and yes, chesed 24/7, because that's the reason why I'm here. Well, it could be. Maybe one day you'll get there. But are you running on a healthy fuel? Or you're running from a healthy place? Do you have anybody that's suffering? There's family around that are waiting for you. You're not available for them. Responsibilities. So, question is if you can do it. At the end of the day, do you feel accomplished? Do you feel good? Or maybe at the end of the day, you feel something is missing. You feel like you're running away from something. So these are very, very good questions. That might be hard questions, but it's something to ask yourself. And ultimately, to feel grateful about yourself, about the things that you have, and about the life that you're living. At the end of the day, you can find the positives and feel grateful. Easier said than done, It is work. We discussed this in the past. Just feeling grateful, looking at the positives, and going to sleep feeling it's working. Yes, I can do it. I will continue tomorrow. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. It's working out. It's a different feeling. And that's how we can get to tshuva. Everybody wants to hear about tshuva. Elul. I heard that the tshuva you should do when you're in a good place. Don't wait when you're in a negative place and you feel bad about yourself and now do tshuva. No, tshuva should be coming from a positive place, from feeling connected, feeling part of, thanking Hashem for everything He gave you, everything He gives you. Seeing the positives. There's always positives and negatives. You have to see both. Being able to see the positives and live with it, and then say, where can I go? How can I grow? How can I get better? That usually works better than feeling like worthless. I've done this for so many years, it's not working out. Now where can I grow and get better? You know, not sure if that works. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Hopefully we'll meet the Mitzvah next week, Wednesday nights. And again, if you're new here, you can listen to the recordings, menachembernfeld.com. And yes, on Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock, 9 to 9:30, around. And join us on the journey. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you next week, Mitzvah Hashem, Wednesday night. Thank you.